Before I start this video, I would like to send a big salutation to all the members of the Kovid organization, and I would love to send a big one also to Professor Ernst, César, the coordinator, for giving me this opportunity to record this video for you all. And thank you. I really appreciate the privilege of making this video, and I'd love to do it again. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Samara Ocean. Today is Wednesday, December 23rd, and I will be talking about the woman's menstrual cycle. Each month during the years between puberty and menopause, a woman's body goes through a number of changes to get ready for its possible pregnancy. This series of hormones-driven events is called menstrual cycle. During each menstrual cycle, an egg develops and it releases from the ovaries. The lining of the uterus builds up. If a pregnancy doesn't happen, the uterine shells during the menstrual period. Then the cycle starts again. A woman's menstrual is divided into 4 phases: menstrual phase, a follicular phase, ovulation phase, and luteal phase. The length of each phase can differ from a woman to woman, and it can change over time. The different symptoms of a menstrual period are different for each woman, since everyone has different symptoms to their body. The first phase of a menstrual period is the menstrual phase. The menstrual phase is the first degree of the menstrual cycle. It's also called when you get your period. The phase starts when an egg from the period cycle isn't fertilized because pregnancy hasn't taken place. Levels of hormones, estrogen and progesterone drops. The thickening lining of the uterus, which will support pregnancy, is no longer needed. So it sheds in the vagina. During your period, your release of combination of blood, mucus, and tissues from the uterus. You may have period symptoms like cramps, tender breast, or bloating. The ovulation phase is the only time during a menstrual cycle you can't get pregnant. You can tell when you're ovulating by symptoms like this: a slight rise in your basal bottom temperature, thicker discharge that has a texture of white eggs. Ovulation happens around day 14 if you have 28-day cycle. Right in the middle of the menstrual cycle, it lasts about 24 hours a day. On average, women are in menstrual phases for about 3 to 7 days. Some women have no longer periods than that. The second phase of the menstrual period is the follicular phase. The follicular phase starts on the first day of your period, so there's some overlap in the menstrual phase, and it ends when you overlap. It starts when the hypothalamus sends a signal to the pituitary gland to release follicle-stimulating hormones, also known as FSH. This hormone stimulates your ovaries to produce around 5 to 20 sacs called follicles. Each follicle contains an immature egg. Only the healthiest egg will eventually mature. On rare occasions, a woman may have 2 eggs mature. The rest of the follicles of the reabsorbed into the body. The third phase of the nutracycle is ovulation phase. Rising estrogen levels from the follicular phase triggers the pituitary gland to release luteinizing hormones, also known as LH. This is what starts the process of ovulation. Ovulation is when the ovary releases a mature egg. The egg travels down the fallopian tube towards the uterus to be fertilized by a sperm. The last stage of the menstrual cycle is the luteal phase. After the follicle releases its eggs, it changes into a corpus luteum. This structure releases hormones, mainly progesterone and estrogen. The rise in hormones keeps your uterine lining thick and ready for fertilized eggs to the implant. In conclusion, Every woman's menstrual cycle is different. What's normal for you might not be normal for someone else. It's important to get familiar with your cycle, including when your period and how long it lasts. Be alert when any changes happen and report for your healthy provider. The menstrual cycle is a very important part of a woman's grownhood and adulthood, and you have to watch and be careful on how it's come and goes. Thank you.